what is a childlike mindset? And how can learning how to adopt one help us make significant and lasting changes in our habits and patterns that aren't serving us so well? So I'll give an example directly from this household. I struggle to remember to turn on the vent above the cooking stove whenever I'm making a meal. As a result, our whole house will smell like onions and garlic and bell peppers for hours after the meal. And it's something that drives my partner a little bit insane. But there's something that I love so much about how he handles it, and it's inspired me to reflect a little bit more on how I handle my own thoughts. Whenever I'm chopping something now in the kitchen and throwing it in the pan, he'll walk in and he'll say, something's missing. What's missing? And immediately I start to think, what's missing? Do I have the onions? Do I have the stove, the vent? And I pull it out and press the button, and he celebrates and I celebrate. And it's a silly exchange, but it's starting to have lasting effects because I'm beginning to remember for the first time ever to turn on the vent. It's playful. It's gamified, it's light, and all of that engages the curiosity part of my brain to go, this is something I can do. It gives me that feeling of potential and possibility. Imagine if he were to walk in instead and see me cooking and say, are you kidding? Again. I mean, literally the vent is in front of your face. How can you possibly be missing it? It's just one button that saves us from all of this stinkiness. Why can't you just figure this out and remember it? Blah. Even as I play that, it feels heavy. It feels ridden, like my body starts to feel guilt and shame. I start to feel pressure and that there's so much potential for disappointment. And this is what we do to ourselves constantly whenever we feel disappointed that we're not living up to the goal or the vision or the idea that we had in mind. We want to change something. But whenever we want to change, we want it to be a lasting change. And it is not really possible to create lasting, sustainable, powerful change through guilt and shame. It is not working. But being playful, thinking about how we would treat a child when they're trying to learn something new. A lot of times it's also allowing ourselves to release the dialogue that says, I'm a grown-up. I should know this by now. I've been on this earth for 37 years. How is it possible that I still don't have a grasp on X? Now we can think that, but this is the entire point of mindset change, is when we recognize the power that we have to shift the attitude, which can have a greater impact on the actions that we take. So how can you today, right now, start to bring a little bit more childlike mentality into your daily life? More lightness. Make it a game. Be playful. Give yourself grace and compassion and see what starts to shift as step by step you start to make significant changes for the long, sustainable haul.